I'm delighted to be part of this conference, and I want to give a keynote on navigating digital transformation in business management. Content will be shaping our future by navigating digital transformation in business management. Regarding me, I am a professor in the computer science and engineering at Acharya University, Uzbekistan, Karatul, and I am in the field of teaching since 25 years and research. I have seen and experienced a lot of hurdles right from the scratch, wherein I have seen the traditional pedagogy of teaching, and I also have transformed myself into the digital arena of teaching using the digital information. Here at Acharya, we are following the digital transformation, wherein the complete education system, which is domain of a business, wherein the teachers follow the digital transformation of injecting their subjects, their content into the students. Let me give a brief information or idea about digital transformation. It is a buzzword which is more commonly used today. I should say it sounds good in today's world where business is adopting the digital transformation. In fact, I should say it is overused today. Digital transformation, it is nothing but the use of technology that helps to improve your business, and that could be any platform, which could be an ERP, enterprise resource planning. It can be a software like CRM, the customer resource management, Salesforce and management, or it can be any financial and accounting package wherein the digital data is uploaded, wherein the technology plays a very important role, the leading role, crucial role, which will allow to automate the on-shop flow nowadays in the business. It can be a robotic software. It can be a software which is related to IoT, a blockchain, or artificial intelligence. So, on this platform, I would say that a digital transformation in the business will enable your business to enhance the productivity and efficient productivity and the effective implementation of digital transformation can be experienced in the business when the digital transformation is taken down from the scratch. To be frank enough, the evolution of this digital transformation started in the year 1980, wherein the business, the entrepreneurs were using spreadsheets, word processor, and the very basic tools which are obsolete in today's technology. A revolution came in the 1990s when the ERP came into existence, wherein all the domains of business such as sales, marketing, education, human resources, distribution, and many more. Education, I can say education, since we are from education domain, have adopted the digital transformation because of the evolution of ERP, that is Enterprise Resource Planning, wherein the complete traditional data, which was maintained manually, is stored into a centralized server, which is visible, which is reflected to the high-level management, to the end user, the client, the customer, or the student. ERP emerged from the prior version, which is MRP, which is the manufacturing resource planning, wherein the traditional business used the inventory and manufacturing processes. From MRP, this ERP came, and it brought the revolution in the business of today's world. Due to the emerging technologies, by the year 2010, there are many technologies which came into existence, such as blockchain, artificial intelligence, predictive analytics, Internet of Things. All these technologies based on the term you say, selected by a specific domain, wherein the ERP started in different areas such as finance, education, HR, and so on. Due to the effective implementation of this ERP, the business had a vertical growth. There was a vertical growth in the business. The efficiency of business was drastically improved. There was a lot of customer relationships maintained. The relationship among the customer and the vendor in the business drastically improved. Customer services were provided based on the requirement of the customer, and the effectiveness of the business enhanced. At the top level management wanted to monitor their business from a remote site, which was possible because of the digital transformation. The digital transformation brought a revolution in the business, wherein they provided the aid for the employees who are working in their enterprise, where the job can be done easily, effectively, and efficiently. Technology is the one which enables with all these changes possible, but technology alone is not responsible for success. The digital transformation is more likely to be used in the business transformation, in the BPM, the business process management, where the business is going on smoothly, while in execution, if the management feels there is a lacuna in a process, they can identify the problem, and there can be a business process re-engineering done at some cost, but which can drastically improve the profit as well as the implementation of productivity. And the business process re-engineering, which uses the data which is digitally transformed, available at the central store, which we call server, wherein the business people can analyze the data, and based on the analysis, they can evaluate as which domain is going to affect the business positively and vertical direction in the business. So the BPR, which is the business process re-engineering, analysis, evaluation, and then implementation is done, which can improve the effective implementation of a business. But not only because of the business, because of this digital transformation, we expect always the things are successful. Sometimes the implementation of digital transformation in the business may also fail. There are various reasons for that. The reasons could be, we must, in fact, I should say, the entrepreneurs, the management, the high-level management have invested a lot to have the fruitful results. But if the digital transformation is not addressed in the common section of employee, the processes, the employee may not be accepting the change. Acceptability, the adaptation of this digital transformation is must at the employee level, for which the employee must be trained. The implementation of this digital transformation, and he should be given enough knowledge regarding the functionality of the data, and proper training from time to time should be given to the employee so that the business can be produced. I mean to say that there are fruitful results. The fruitful results are possible only if proper education, training is given to the employee and the processes. So addressing people is very important, without which this digital transformation which is implemented in our business may lead to a great failure. Investing more in people and process is a kind of thing which will have a positive impact in the business. Otherwise, we can be a direct failure in the business. I mean to say, addressing of digital transformation should be done among the employees, about the processes and the actions which are performed over the digital transformation in the business. There are many domains which are affected, which are brought into action, which are taking this digital transformation and into action. As such, we can see there are customer relationships, information management, organization structure, production services, operating services, activities, and many more. Marketing, production, sales, wherein the digital transformation can have its own effect. The requirement for the digital transformation have a great strategy. The strategy should be implemented using the technology, and the culture of this digital transformation should be implemented so that there are fruitful results. There is a planning, there is a life cycle in the digital transformation where initially a proper planning is made, business process re-engineering can be done, and identify those problems in the data. There is a direct implementation of the problems which are existing. And finally, we can see a proper training about this digital transformation among the employees regarding the processes and success in, I mean to say, the business area. The traditional shops which are making use of this digital transformation into e-commerce, wherein they target the trending products among the world of customers. They identify the needy customers and they ignore the unwanted customers, promoting only those products which customers buy and the recent trends which are into action. Because of this digital transformation, we can provide useful services. Big data analytics allow the high-level management to take a proper decision because the digital data is available on hand and they can make proper decisions. Smart homes, which make use of IoT, has again gathered a lot of digital data, and based on which the common living in the smart home has become very comfortable in a few years. Temperature predictions, 3D printing, smart classes in the educational hub, simulations, remote assistance, moving from the traditional paper to PC are some of the advantages of digital transformation. So I could say there are many, maybe the digital transformation came into being because there are many factors. Where there are customer expectations, there are emerging technologies which I have just specified, like the artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, robotics, and whatnot. And all this digital transformation make use of this special analysis. Maybe somewhere it has all the stakeholders, like there's the environment, technology, legal, and the politicians that influence the organization. But traditional, I mean to say, because of all these technologies, there is a lot of improvement, and the business has made a vertical growth. And this is all from my side, and I just want to, I have given, I think, the basic importance of digital transformation into today's business, where navigating digital transformation in business management plays an important role. Thank you from my side. This all was from my side, and I am very thankful to the management, to the principal, AIT, who has given me a platform to share a small information on digital transformation. And I would also thank the organizing committee, Department of MBA, Management Studies at AIT Bangalore, for giving me a wonderful opportunity to share my ideas. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for such an insightful information. Thank you very much. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce the keynote speaker 3 for for today's session, MEC 2025. Mr. Manav Gadia, who is an AVP Kairos EdTech. He is an experienced trainer with a successful history in delivering dynamic training sessions across business management, leadership development, investment operations, wealth management, and risk. Sir is recognized for comprehensive training programs at various universities, fostering skill enhancement and knowledge acquisition. He is proficient in curriculum design, interactive facilitation, and creating collaborative learning environments. Our young research scholars are eager to learn from you. The stage is all yours, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, it's an absolute pleasure to be really frank. Before I start, I'd like to thank the management, the organizing team, with specific gratitude to Abhishek sir and the other people who have me on board for this fantastic event. And as we go on in today's world, I think one of the greatest statements that I learned and that we all learned about the mankind, about history, is that it is the survival of the fittest. Do you all agree with that? Yes. Yes, we learned Darwin's theory which said it's the survival of the fittest. I think times have changed. I think times have changed drastically. And in today's world, it's no more the survival of the fittest. It's rather the survival of the fittest and the smartest. You want to be fast, be smart in life, without which you cannot survive. That is the greatest understanding for an entrepreneur today in today's world. That if you do not keep up pace with changing tech, with changing life, you will be outdated and you will easily be run over by other businesses. So before we start, I have two facets. Okay, the first facet would be on how life has changed and how life has changed with technologies, boom, and that part would be how business will be. Okay, so if you sit in here, I would like to ask you just two questions. Okay, when we were back 5 years back, I think the greatest thought we were discussing was how will India get its employment and stuff like this. We had stuff like daily wage laborers and stuff. But in today's world, that is no more the issue, right? In today's world, you have people seeking more jobs with this tech only. Okay, life has changed fast. I have written a research paper on financial inclusion in India. There was a time period when learning a business or doing a business was a great deal. It required so much of know-how and stuff. But in today's world, even if you want to sell vegetables, you actually know how to use UPI, you know how to use credit card, debit card, POS, everything is at the display. Today, financial literacy is much more beyond and more essential than normal literacy. This is how fast the world has changed, and this is how important technology has become as life has progressed. That is the first factor, where in today's world you cannot survive without technology or without the application of technology into business. Now comes the second part. The problems have changed. Earlier the problems were different and today the problems have changed, where crime is now more about cyber-driven, where legislation is more about cyber-driven, everything is more about tech-driven. So can we really keep up pace with this? So I usually have this one statement to tell that if you are a smartphone going to replace you, if you're intelligent, AI will replace you. So the most important thing in discussing about the application of AI is to understand that beyond smartness and intelligence, the wisdom of use and application of AI. Okay, so one of the greatest things that we've seen in the last few years is that a lot of people, just yesterday, OpenAI's CEO Sam Altman said that India is using AI to its max creative zone. Okay, another trend where Indians use things to their benefit. Okay, this is why we are supposed to be one of the wisest civilizations from its very origin. Okay, we've known how to use things to our benefit. Now this is exactly where life changes. Okay, so my only outlook and my only fear, input to anyone in the academic field today is going to be, I keep telling this to students across the world when we teach them about financial markets, when we teach them about application of AI, when we teach them about anything and everything when it comes out of public administration, is that the most important point about AI is how well you use it and where you apply it. AI has to be your advantage. It cannot be the basis of your work, but it has to be the basis of speeding up your work and increasing your accuracy. So to sum up, in today's world, I think the most amazing part about this entire, summit or this conference is the name that it has, dynamic business environment. I usually like to use the word dynamic because dynamic means change. Dynamic means continuous changes. If you do not adapt to continuous changes, maybe you'll be outdated, right? So I'll keep it short and wishing everyone a lot of success in life and all the best for your conference. Thank you once again for having me on board. And to repeat my last sentence again, if you're smart, phones will replace you. If you're intelligent, AI will replace you. It's time to be wise and it's time to control AI with the best of your abilities. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for such an insightful session. Thank you, sir, for such an insightful session. It has really set the right path for today's event, which is MEC 2025. Thank you once again.
Absolute pleasure, man. Thank you so much.
As it is rightly said, nothing goes in empty stomach. So we are breaking for lunch now and we'll resume the technical session after lunch break. Thank you.
Lunch is sponsored by Archana Vijay, Professor Archana Vijay.
Lunch is arranged in MBA seminar hall. All please join. MBA architecture block. MBA seminar hall.
Presenter.
Inform your team also to join them.
Presenter. Thank you, madam. Sponsored by Monica
Yes, yes, sir.
M. Harsha.